Good evening everyone and welcome along to this slightly late running edition of TORL. I apologise, I'm a couple of minutes late on the stream. My OBS wasn't playing ball, I had to disconnect the internet and plug it in again. But anyway, that's not what you're here to listen to. You're here to watch some high quality racing, and the drivers are just starting to come out on track. But before we have a quick look at it, let's have a look at the calendar and where we're at. We're at round 3, it's the Austrian Grand Prix, the Österreichring, sorry. Is playing host to round 3 of TORL Season 5. We've got a 17-strong field this evening, including all your favourite players. You've got C1 Tempe Fan, we've got Atom in here, we've got ETE Wilson as well, FGE, ETE Wilson, they're the same thing. But it is a wet qualifying session, so let's grab you back up and onto what is the track. And you can see Imri has just set the first lap time here with a 1:12.0. We'll get some details up of the tyres. Everyone is on the intermediates. We'll keep an eye on that, see if anyone's deciding to go for any other tyres. Akakev with a 13.6 and Smith with a 12.6 complement the first few runners. But we've currently got a couple of Alpha Tauris pumping themselves around. Atom is the first of them. Be interesting to see what he can do here. Of course, reigning champion from Season 4. Smoking Cheese. Oh! Atom has a massive snap of oversteer. This won't be a very good lap time by the time he gets to the end of it. And it'll be a 1:13.5. He's still quicker than Akakev, but there's a lot of time in that. And Bull Beast, there we go. I was expecting him to go quite quickly. And he's gone to an 11.7. Fuad, I'm going to go with Fuad there. Has gone fourth with the 12.9. And who else have we got coming around the final couple of corners? I think it's going to be Wilson. Oh, Jarvis has been disqualified. I don't know how and I don't know why, but he'll start last. Wilson goes quickest. 11 flat. 7 tenths quicker than Bull Beast. Great lap from him. Smoking Cheese has gone to a soft tyre. I feel like that may be a little bit ambitious. Track doesn't seem like it's drying. Well, it hasn't stopped raining, that's for sure. Fjorn's just starting a lap down there. Meanwhile, I think I reckon we'll have Atom on an improved run. I mean, there's 1.5 tenths down. But I think he'll try and finish this lap. Or maybe not. He's got very little ERS. Let's see. Coming around, yeah, he's going to finish the lap. Doesn't have the issues he did on the lap before. Coming out of the final corner and running himself to the line. He shoots himself onto another 12.2. It's still quite slow there for Atom. You'd expect quicker from a man of his calibre. Championship leader. That's not the championship leader, it's Wardy. He was just about to start a flying lap. But we will go back to the championship leader. Oh no, Wardy did finish a lap. He went 4th, 12.1. My apologies. But we'll go on with the championship leader. C110P Fan. With the second in France and the win in Saudi Arabia, can he carry that momentum through into the Styrian Hills? Let's see, coming around the final corner now, and C1 Tempe Fan runs himself up to the line. He does go third, 12 flat, but he's still nearly a second off Wilson's time, which is looking incredibly fast. The more and more the session goes on, he sets a slower lap there, but he'll go again. Bulby's not improving after the first sector, and neither is Atom. I expect they might come into the pit lane. ERS is low on those two. Smoking Cheese is out on a soft. I feel like that's a little bit misguided there for the dairy product, but I'm not too sure. I reckon he'll come in at the end of this lap. No, he's staying out. Unless he's not following the... No, he's staying out. Oh, this is not going to end well for Smoking Cheese. You can just see how tentative he is through that final corner. It's like he's got a puncture nearly. Let's see. Towards the line he comes and across it. That Alpine behind him's got to be careful to not run into him at some point. Who is that Alpine? We'll actually watch their lap and just see how they... It's Wardy. We'll see how close he gets during turn 3, because I think he'll, close up quite a fair bit here. I apologise, you don't have the game stand, do you? There you go, that's better. Yeah, we hear the game now. Just as I was turning on the game sound, Wardy went past Smoking Cheese. Wilson's gone even quicker. 10.5 for him. We'll have a quick look at Fjorn, who's coming to the line, but he's very much down on his time. We've still got the two Alpha Tauris pumping in some laps. ERS back on board with Atom. He comes around the final couple of corners. He keeps out and keeps going. I don't think this will be an improved run here, will it? No, just a bit off. 1/10 off to be exact. We've got one of the Ferraris coming through. It's Smith. Smith's on an out lap, so that's a little bit useless. But Wardy, we'll go back with Wardy, who's half a second up on his time. This will be good for him. And he does go second in that Alpine. 9/10 off Wilson, as Imrie goes second fastest now. Track is ramping up. Smoking Cheese, 1:21.7 over softs. Not the way to go whatsoever. We've got a Mercedes coming to the line. That'll be Geekin, who didn't set a lap time there. C1 Tempe fan goes up into second, and he cuts that gap to 3/10 with Wilson. I think there was also a lap from 10th Cannon to put him 6th. As we look at who else is coming around the final few corners, it's Fuad, who will be next if he's setting a lap time, but it doesn't look like he is. Fuzzy Fox, he's also, if I can actually find him there, not on a lap. Atom, however, always a long way off. He'll probably come into the pit lane, I would suggest, at the end of this one. Smith invalidated through there. What about Imrie? Not quite improving on his time. Smoking Cheese might be improving on his time, but, you know, the track is not dry enough. Although it may have stopped raining. And in fact, it has stopped raining. So whether the track will dry up enough for softs by the end of the session will be another question. But Cheese has gone out early on them. The times will be able to be seen from him. And he does go 13.8 here. I think it'll be soon where the tyres start to cross over. Granted, he's still 3 seconds off. But that can change quite quickly. Wilson's put himself onto the soft tyre. Back onto the Inter. Lemons has put himself on a soft tyre. I think they're considering it now in the pit lane. Let's see, Smoking Cheese towards turn 4. How goes the grip for the Ferrari? Not bad at all, actually. Getting decent purchase. Wilson back onto those softs, and so is Michelle now. Fjorn is coming out on an Inter. I've already got Fuad and Fuzzy Fox on an Inter. Atom goes fastest. The track is ramping up. Look at how old those tyres are. But he's still gone on a 10.3. Akakev 11.3 as well, showing that the track is improving. Smoking Cheese. How fast can he go? He rounds the final corner. I think this is going to be fastest. You know, no, it's not going to be very close though. 10.6. He goes, it's straight up into P3. The track, and you can see how much drier it is now. The track really will dry. It's Wardy who goes third. 10.6 on the intermediate tyre. Yeah, everyone, you can see there's the patchwork of soft and inters here. By the time everyone gets out on their softs, I'll change the little display to best so we can see. Oh, actually, no, I'll leave it on that so we know who's on what tyre. Oh, actually, no, we'll know everyone's on the soft. But Smoking Cheese is still pumping around. How much ERS has he got, though? Very little. We've got... who's on a soft lap? Oh, no, we were on with Smoking Cheese, no. Wilson's on a... No, he's not quite, but he will be very shortly. Oh, and he's invalidated. I hope that's not this and next for his sake. Let's see, he comes around the final corner and to the line. Wilson is able to set a clean lap time here. So people still out on the intermediate tyres. I think Atom needs to get the message of Smoking Cheese. Goes fast! It's massive snap of oversteer for Wilson. That was nearly game over for the Red Bull. But Smoking Cheese is showing that the track is improving quite significantly. 9 flat now. He's 1.3 seconds clear of the field. Wilson, I didn't actually quite catch how much he was up by through Sector 1. But it'll be a more representative split through Sector 2. Through turn 4, because the car turned in nicely. You can get the track is nearly bone dry now. There'll be an abundance of grip. I'm expecting a 1.7 here. Yeah, DRS is enabled finally. And that'll help out the people on the laps. Wilson 2 seconds up on his lap time as Fjorn goes into P2 on an inter tyre, but he'll need to get the message that the softs are faster. There's only 2 not on softs, and that's Fjorn and Fuzzy Fox. The 2 McLarens are stubbornly on the intermediates. Ironic, if you remember Russia, where Lando Norris stayed out, but Wilson does go into 1 minute, 1:06.9 for him, 2 seconds clear of the rest of the field. I'm going to put the detail onto the best tyre then, so we can see who has and hasn't set the laps. On the soft tyre, there's a spin there for Bullbeast. Meanwhile, Lemons is on a soft tyre lap. Coming around the final couple of corners now. I think this is going to be a case of whoever can cross the line last will have a great chance at pole here. We've still got a couple of seconds to find in the times. Lemons to the line. 6.4. Fastest by half a second. Next to cross the line, I think it's Imri. Yeah, I couldn't get there quick enough, but he's gone quick. It's a 6.1 for him. Bullbeast wasn't going to be improving. Fjorn is coming into the pit lane now on those intermediate tyres. Akakev is out on the softs. Oh, but he's a bit wise. And that'll be this in next lap invalidation. That's annoying for him. We've got Fan on a lap. He's yet to set a soft lap, but you can see top 4 are on softs, and he'll still yet to set a soft lap because he is on an out lap. Fuad is coming around the final corners now on an out lap. The game seemingly just not wanting to tell me. Meanwhile, Atom is also on an out lap. He was on a lap, you may ask, and I may answer, I haven't got a clue. Lemon's not looking like this is a fast one. I may be wrong. Doesn't look like he's got the attack in there. No, he comes into the pit lane. Imri also coming into the pit lane. Fresh set of softs on for them. So who's actually on a lap then? Because Akakev is this and next invalid. Fan. C110P Fan's on a lap. Middle sector split. 3.6 seconds up here. Oh, he's gone wide. He's gone wide. What about Smith? He's 8/10 through sector 1. He needs 4.6 seconds to go fastest, and he goes wide. Atom. Back in TRL as a full-time in the AlphaTauri car. It's 3.5 seconds to the good. That would straight put him into the high 6.8, but I'm sure he'll gain quite a bit of time through these final 2 corners. This should go fastest for the Austrian in his home Grand Prix. Let's see, lovely line through the final corner. Open the DRS to the line. What's it, 1 minute 4? Yeah, 4.6, 1.5 seconds of an advantage that he now has. We've got Wardy coming to the line now. And he goes second, 5.3. But, you know, you've got to set a lap on that soft tyre. It's very clear now. You've just got to set that lap. Mahmood's not on a lap. Akakev, does he manage to keep it valid this time? Yes. Impressive if he doesn't manage to beat, Fjorn it. Coming around the final corner now. Let's see, yeah, he leaves him into P6 here. 7.5, there's a nice chunk to slot into there. The 10th cannon comes around the final corner. That one looks like an outlap to me. Yeah, that is. We've got Atom still pounding around. He's down on his time. We've got Wardy, who will be down on his time. Wilson on an outlap. Akakev is improving slightly, but 10th cannon is as well. Kostas is ahead of Fuad. Kostas hasn't set a lap time yet, and he needs one on the board with 2 minutes on. The session nearly invalidates there. But there are only 2 minutes to go here then. Let's see, round the final corner for Kostas. Towards the line, what can he do? Oh, he invalidated, I just didn't see it. My apologies. Fuad goes third with a 1.5.9, but as I said, track is ramping up, time to be getting faster. Akakev, final corner. Can he manage to put himself top ahead of Wilson? That'd be something. Let's see, to the line. Yes, he can. He slots himself into P6. Only 8 runners have set a lap on the softs, and it shows so far. Fuzzy Fox, I hope that's him coming to the line. It is. Took a while. It didn't actually clock his time, but it clocked 10th Cannon's time. At 1 minute 5.7, he's invalidated this run. And if he has any ERS, will he want to go again? I want to save it ERS, he's burning it still. We've got one of the 2 McLarens to the line. They run an outlap. Let's see who else is coming around. Smith. Is he on a lap? Not sure. The answer was no. Smoking cheese. 10th Cannon retires on track. That is something we're not allowed to do. As Ryan Lemons, I was waiting for someone to cross the line. He goes fast as 4.5. Is there anyone else who's... Bullbeast, 4.7. There's going to be a Alpine, but they're not quite setting a lap time. Imri, however, is not setting a lap time, and that's his teammate Kostas, who sets a 14.1. There's time there, and he needs to find it. He's got 1 attempt left. Akakev, 2 seconds down on this run. He'll have to go again with the final laps. Meanwhile, Fuzzy Fox is finally on a soft tyre, and he's finally improving. What's the time? It's a 6th flat. He goes into P7. Wilson not having a great run, but of course, he'll set an improved lap very shortly. Fjorn coming around the final couple of corners. This is his final lap. The clock will hit 0 on the run to the line. There it goes. Fjorn slots into P5, 5 flat, but then Atom, 4.6. I don't think he can quite beat Lemons there. I think he may have invalidated. Meanwhile, crossing the line, Smith and Michelle, who jumps up into 4th. 4.9 for him. We've got Smoking Cheese coming to the line. He goes 6th. And then we've got the 2 Red Bulls. It's Lemons, who's 4.5. 4.3 for Wilson. He goes fastest. What about Bullbeast? What can he do? Nothing. He can't go anywhere. What about Imri? Imri goes 5th, 4.9. And then we see one of the other Williams. It's Kostas. Oh, that was an Alpine. I apologise. The other Alpine, who was that? Oh, it's C110B fan. He'll start 15th. And Wardy will start 9th. Kostas starts 11th. And we've just got a few more. Fuad won't finish his lap. Akakev looks like he's down on his time and he's mullied anyway. But Fuzzy Fox is the last man. Can he improve on his time? I don't think he can. He runs to the line. No, he can't. It's a couple of tenths down. But that is that for qualifying. Wilson leads a Red Bull. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. It's Williams in 5th with Imri. Michelle 6th and Fionn in 7th. Smoking Cheese will start 8th. 49th and 10th. Cannon will see out the top 10. Kostas, Fuad and Fuzzy Fox. Akakev are the 14 who sets laps on the soft tyre with Smith, Fan and Geekin. Not quite getting that soft run in. Geekin, why did you invalidate your fine? Excuse me, I'm very gaseous this evening. I don't know why I invalidate your final run, mate. Had an absolute mare, but unlucky. Oh, hello, fuel. Oh, I've been... 10th Cannon, I'll tell him how I fixed my screen. It was a problem with my internet. Instead of Twitch itself. But a wet-dry qualifying is always interesting. That's Fuad. What is Fuad doing? I think Fuad may have run out of fuel here. I don't know what he's doing, particularly. Stopping on track, he's letting cars by who have completed the session. So again, not too sure what he's doing. I mean, these cars are in AI, he's not going to impede anyone. Is he trying to come into the pit lane? I really don't know what he's doing. He's going to come to the line soon. He's stopping for the AI. He's not actually going to make it to the line here. He's going to expunge the 3-minute timer. It did take control before he crossed the line. Oh, it was so. It was for a moment there. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure whether it was going to do it or not, but it did it in the end. Atom not bad quality with that one. Well, 2 runs. I mean, you went medium soft, didn't you? Muppet. Anyway, it is Wilson on pole. 1-2 for the Red Bull team in a wet dry qualifying session. Atom 3rd, Bullbeast 4th. But it's an all Red Bull 1, 2, 3 and 4. Imri is the first Mercedes powered car in 5th, and then it's another one in 6th, and then another one in 7th. And it's only for Smoking Cheese where we find the Ferrari powered cars. Wardy in 9th for the Alpine team, who seem to be going on at the moment, but not quite in this race. We've got 10th Cannon and Kostas, Fuad, Fuzzy Fox, Akakev, Smith, Fan, Deakin, and Jarvis will be your grid. And yes, that's great use of the word Muppet there, Atom, in the chat. Really, really, really well done. I've had a ping. Who was that by? It was already up at past. We've got a few minutes. We've got a few minutes to wait. Everyone get their setups on, etc. Everyone just loading out smoking. She's having some internet issues of his own. Let's see, Fjorn's joined back. But there we are, on the grid. It's nice and dry here in Austria. None of this dry, wet madness that we've seen. Nice and dry here. Smith's joined back as well. I think there's been some little bit of connection issues. I'll check the chat on that one. Kev, I think there was a little bit of just connection issues in general there. Everyone seems to disconnect and connect again. News in that the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix will stay in Jeddah until 2027 as they start building Qiddiya, which is one of Saudi Arabia's, to be fair, very impressive mega projects. Everyone is leaving and joining. I don't know what to believe at this point. Oh, I've got a ping. Maybe there's a restart of the game. Is there a lobby restart? Ah, yeah, there's a lobby restart. We'll go back there. Let's get that off. And we'll leave this one then. Restart the game. All of those little systems we've all become so accustomed to on one of the nominees for Game of the Year. Of course, absolutely no sarcasm in that whatsoever. So yes, the Qiddiya track that they're working on. It's got a bridge and tunnel on it as well, and a hotel. This actually looks pretty cool, but I can't see where you're meant to overtake on it. I can't for the life of me work out where on this track you're meant to overtake. Well, I'm sure they'll find a way, won't they? They always do. But yes, we'll try and get back into lobbies now. Mr. Fan. Who was I recently playing with? Are they in the game now? Joining off Kev, he might be in the right lobby. We'll find out. Yes, this is the right lobby then. Oh dear. Right, well, we've got even longer to wait. And I might come back in a minute just so I can grab myself a drink of water in this interval. So stay tuned. We getting ready with the Austrian Grand Prix shortly. But I'll be back in a minute or two.
Are you sure you got the right thing, mate?
Oh. Hang on. Yeah, it says only 38. 5-minute version. Oh, right, that'll do. Right, we've got it coming in. Susan Boyle next. No, Jack. You know, I'm not into me Susans.
Personal
My
reasons
laptop.
or just don't like seasons?
I don't know, just no. Honestly, if my laptop holds up tonight, I'd be amazed.
Right then, we're back. We are back, and we're ready to get going for the Austrian Grand Prix after a relatively large break. But we are back, and I think we've got the same amount of people in. We may have got someone else in. Can't remember. Is Pete on that list? No, but he woke up late. That's now twice in 3 weeks that Pete, bless him, has woken up a tad late. I don't want to call who's going to come out on top in this one. I mean, you'd say Wilson, but a couple of mistakes last week. Same with Lemmers as well. Don't count Atom out of this. Let's see then. Nice and sunny again. I reckon the weather on will have been set to clear dry. Lemons has said Lemons said killed in lap 1 of France and the winner legally snatched from me in Saudi. I wonder what's in store for me in Austria. Good luck, everyone. So he's looking forward to this race. Let's see if anything befalls him. We've got 36 laps, which is 360 corners for those quick-witted of you who've got your who've passed your maths GCSE. Well, I mean, you don't even need to have passed your maths GCSE to do 36 times 10. To be fair, if you've passed your year 2 SATs, and that's of course that's an English reference, because we make 7-year-olds do exams. Right then. Everyone getting their setups on, of course, because these setups will have been wiped through the lobby restart. Oh, I've got 5 likes on that thing. Lovely stuff. Of course. I was working out today, because of course I run the Formula Figures Twitter page. Because Kelvin van der Linde is replacing France in Formula E. He's the first African driver to ever race in Formula E. In South Africa, it's the 21st nation. Now, my link to that is I don't quite know how many nations we've got representing TORL this evening, but I would like to find out, and I reckon it's at least 3. Because I know that Atom is Austrian, and I know that multiple people in this are British. So there must be someone else. Must be. I refuse to believe that no one else is British or Austrian. Oh, there's a Swedish. Hamilton Jarvis says he's Swedish. You can just see on the Alfa Romeo pit wall there. The clock's hit 0. I hope I'm not lagging here, but here we go. Formation lap. Oh, as Atom has left the session. Do my utmost to get him back in again. And I'll chuck you all back on this screen momentarily. Just while I can re-invite. Oh, actually, he's joined anyway. Doesn't matter. Let's have a look at your details then. You've got to get your details. My word, that's quite a change. That's going to be an interesting starting phase, I reckon. Now, I don't know about you, but that looks exciting to me. We've got the front 7 on hards, then Smoke and Cheese on softs. The next 5 are on mediums. The next 3 are on hards, then Geek and Hamilton Jarvis are on mediums. So, 7 hard, well, 10 hard runners and 18, and 7 of them are the front 7. How far can Smoke and Cheese get up through the field? And I reckon first couple of laps, he's going to get a few of them. Got to avoid those, got to avoid the slower runners on the hards. Got to make sure he avoids contact. Try and grab that into there. There we go. And yeah, I mean, such a short lap here around Austria. Undercut is not that powerful. Smoke and Cheese will definitely have some work to do come the end of the race when it comes to defending. Hopefully everyone can get through turn 1 nice and safely. But we'll have to find out as Wilson comes towards the line to put his car on the grid. There we go, we've got the front shot of the grid. Thankfully, we'll be able to see the off-board camera. But they're all lining up now. They're all lining up to the grid for the start of round 3 of TORL in Season 5. Who's going to come out on top? I really can't wait to find out. But we've got about 45 minutes between us and the checkered flag. Everyone is now set in their grid slots. And we await the 5 red lights to appear on the gantry. At the front of the grid, here they come. The 5 red lights are appearing. Let's see if anyone can take the glory in the Styrian Hills. The lights are out and the way they go. It looks like it's a decent start from Imrie. Great start from Imrie. Up the outside, he may be able to get 2 of them in towards turn 1. Smoking Cheese up the inside as well as they all fly through. Oh, spin from Lemons. He's spun around. Imrie's taken second place. Atom is off the track. Smoking Cheese doesn't get a great start. He's been overtaken by Wardy on the medium tyres, but he's trying to get through as they fly up the hill inside line for Bullby. So there's a massive gap. Oh, contact between Fjorn and Atom as they both go off the track. And here comes Smoking Cheese trying to capitalise. He's got through on 1. Can he get through on the home hero? Yes, he's going to go down the inside. They're 3 wide into turn 4. But Smoking Cheese has got the grip. He's got the inside line. Atom's still in the middle. Here comes Bullbees. Oh, not quite enough of a run to try and make it through. But from 1, 2, 3, 4, the Red Bull, well, the Red Bull powertrain cars are 1st, 6th, 7th, and 18th. Awful start. Absolutely awful. Oh, spin. Oh, who's that? That's Geekin. Geekin has spun out of there. And that's really not ideal on that one. But Smoking Cheese up 3. Wardy up even more. Let's use the big winners there. It's Wardy up 6. Hamilton Jarvis in the back up 5. Wilson sets the fast lap. He's 1.1 seconds clear of Imrie, who's up 3. Smoking Cheese up 4. Fuad and Smith and Fan all up 4 with Fox up 3. But oh, what a start there for Wilson. He got away when he needed to. It's not been the best of starts for his rivals in this race. Well, you'd argue his rivals in this race. Meanwhile, Fan is going past Smith. Well, he's got past Smith quite early down that straight. Fuad towards turn 4. He's already flashing. Well, there's a massive, absolutely gigantic hole in Fuad's ability here. That ERS management is non-existent. Absolutely non-existent. Oh, and Smith has spun. Oh, and so is Fuad. Synchronised spinning. No one can keep it in a straight line. And that front train, well, it's not even a front train. The gaps have already spaced out by the end of lap 2. And I think there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... drivers within DRS window. Geekin and Akakev going side by side, and Geekin gets past the Haas driver as they come around the final corner to start lap 3. DRS has been enabled, but Smoking Cheese is the highest runner who'll be able to use it here. Or will he? Smoking Cheese didn't have it there. Oh, Wardy's left. Oh, there's some issues for Wardy. We'll try and get him back in. See, Bullbees has left the session as well. I hope this is not a mass issue. Who am I looking for? Wardy. There we go. Hopefully that they can get back in now. But Fjorn's got through on the non-existent Wardy, and here comes Atom as well. Bulby says everyone is lagging. Wardy's annoyed. Wardy's joining back. It seems okay. Bulby's, I think it's just an issue with them rather than with everyone, which is a few moment. Bullbeast is going back as well. Lovely stuff. Fuzzy Fox is on the back of that Alpha Tower. And here comes C1 Tempe Fan. Picks up 2 spaces in the matter of a second there as Fuzzy Fox tries to go around the outside. That's not going to work out. Or is it actually? Yes, he is. C1 Tempe Fan left the door blaring open. Here comes Smith on the Alpine. Is he going to go... Oh, we don't think he's going to have quite enough, though, towards turn 4. But he nearly went straight into the back of C1 Tempe Fan. And they all emerge. Wardy has slipped a long way off the front, though. He's down into 6th. That AI is really quite low. So then, lap 5 of 36. We've just started lap 5, and interesting strategy battles. Fuad has spun out again. We've got this midfield pack of Fuzzy Fox down to Hamilton Jarvis at the moment. And we've got a front train up for the podium places as well. But on the strategy, I do think it looks like Wilson and Imrie are in a very good position, but don't count out Fjorn and Atom from that as well, because they're not that far off of the front in the grand scheme of things. Yellow flag. Fuad has spun into the pit lane. Wardy's going to try his utmost to catch back to the rest of the field, but he's a lonely man at the moment. Not as lonely as Costas, though, because he's nearly been lapped. Fuad, I think that'll be his curtains. I think he may retire in the pit lane there. Or not. But he's going to be a long way off, and he's nearly going to be lapped, I think. If not going to be lapped. Atom is right on the back of Fjorn here. He's going to really try and get past. Of course, in the charity event, both of these guys were racing for the GRL team as Costas retires in the pit lane. Ooh, bad line through there from Atom. You can see Wardy. You can see how bad it was because Wardy's just gained 3/10 through that. But Fuad, yeah, he's not that far ahead of Wilson. They can see him on the same straight. Can Fjorn try and get past Smoke and Cheese? Of course, those softs will start dying quite quickly. Here he comes. Inside line, maybe. Oh, we went for it and then back down a bit ever so slightly. Oh, bad line, though, from Smoking Cheese, but it compromises Fjorn and Atom in their attempts to try and get past. I do feel like there's more pace in them here. Fuzzy Fox and Fan are going at it as well. I think Fan's going to get past Fuzzy Fox because Fuzzy Fox has the DRS. As down the inside he goes into turn 4. Bullbeast is trying to find the line. He's connected back well into the server, which is nice to see. Is he going to have a line to the inside? No, not quite. As they all find themselves in turn 6. C1 Tempe Fan looking for an outside line. Not going to be able to find it. Or is he? Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, that's so unlucky. Fuzzy Fox, massive snap of oversteer. Geeking won't mind safety car. Well, that was just the... Oh, it was so unlucky there. Just a moment for... I don't even know who that was anymore. Who was that? Fuzzy Fox, wasn't it? Just had a moment, snap of oversteer, lost the back end, and nothing he could do, and then nothing could be done by Fan to avoid it. But he comes into the pit lane, he'll be able to mend that front wing, and he'll be able to be at the back of the pack. So if anything, he may have lost a couple of positions, but he's gained in time through that incident. So then, lap 7 safety car. Of course, Wilson passed the safety car in the pit lane before it could get ahead of him, so we are still under Delta conditions. Will anyone come into... Smoking Cheese should pit. No doubt about that. Wilson is not pitting. He dummied, but didn't quite go for it. Smoking Cheese is pitting, as I said he probably should. Great opportunity for him to get off that soft compound tyre. It'll promote Fuel and Atom into 3rd and 4th. Wardy will stay out. What about Geekin? Stays out. Bullbeast, they all stay out here. Every single one of them. No one even tempted by the smell of the by the tyres. Yes, sorry, apologies for that. I was dealing with a query that someone was pinging me about constantly. So apologies about that, but focusing back onto the race, Fuzzy Fox, Smith, Bullbeast, they're in a little group, aren't they? Where, I mean, Bullbeast is probably the quickest out of those three, but you don't want to doubt them out because there could be contact up further in front. You can often see it. The cars in that kind of area just in front of them might try for the might try a later move if it's further near the front, more points on offer. And there's someone in the position of, like, you say, Bull Beast, who's currently only would take 6 points, is able to walk through them. Lemons isn't too pleased with turn 1, but he's back in the race. I reckon he can still get a top 5 from here, if he's got the pace, which I'm sure he does. Lovely man as well. But, oh, no, that's not a disconnect. I thought there was a disconnect. It was just the white of the Alpha Tower. We're still waiting for Fuad, who can hopefully join the back of the pack by the end of the next lap, which I'm sure he can. Oh, Wardy's left again. Oh, Atom's hit Wardy. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Let's try and get Wardy back in again. There we go. Right then, back to the action. I don't know what Fuad is doing. Has he gone back onto that hard? I've missed that slightly. Let's see. I think we're going to have to stay out another lap, which is mightily irritating. Oh, no. No, the lights are off. We're going racing again. Oh, what's happened to Imri? Imri is spun. And he's got no front wing. Oh dear, I think there may be a penalty incoming here. Oh, there's carnage up at the front. There's absolute carnage. I don't know what's gone on here at all. But I think I do think Wilson's going to pick up a penalty there. I don't know what Wilson was doing. He left a massive gap to the safety car, and there's been carnage behind him. People getting back in their cars. I think that might have been Wardy. Yes, it is, and he'll be shocked to find himself where he is. Won't have a clue what's happened. But didn't I say those drivers in like 7th, 8th, 9th, Bulby, Smith, and Fuzzy Fox might find themselves up in front? Well, they've done it. That prediction's come more than true. Well, let's see if the safety car... The safety car is coming in at the end of this lap. Wilson must have thought the safety car was coming in. But he started driving quite dangerously and just nearly stopped on the track. So, yeah, that'll be one for the stewards. Difficult to see on screen. But now it's going to be interesting to see how Fan, Wardy, Imri, Fjorn and Atom can find their way through, as well as Lemons, because no offence to the likes of Fuzzy Fox Drivers and Smoky and Akakev, but top 10 is not where you'd expect to find them. Let's see, when does Wilson decide to go? He's going rather quickly down this back straight, not holding everyone up too much. A lot of weaving going on, and he's not quite gone yet. I reckon he'll do it out of the final corner. He's gone there. He's gone a little bit earlier. He would have got me. He would have got me off guard, but he's got away. And the race has restarted a little bit wide. Makakev. Lemons has gone through. So's Michelle coming through on the Haas driver. 10th Cannon will have to try and come through quite quickly on that soft tyre, because Akakev, look at the pace off the corner. That is insane speed off the corner for 10th Cannon. Fan might also be able to make his way through as well. Akakev was already, well, Cannon, he's got to try and send down the inside here. He's not gone for it. But look at the exit speed here. He should be able to get it on the traction. And does. Smoking Cheese going for Hamilton Jarvis here, is he? Oh, no, not quite. Yellow flags at the back. Fuel has had a moment. Meanwhile, Imri and Fuad, Wardy and Atom. Atom's been over. Well, Atom is side by side. He's going to box Wardy in. He's also going to try and get Fuad. This would be a great double overtake. And I think it's going to be. Yes, it is. Great work there from the Austrian. He knows this track like the back of his hand. To be fair, most people do because it's so short. But that is not the point I'm trying to make. Fan getting through on Akakev there on the inside. Imri lurking. And here comes Imri. That's man number 5 to overtake Akakev. Atom will be man number 6. And that's all within the space of 10 corners. Meanwhile, up at the front, Bullbeast and Geekin going side by side. Bullbeast going straight past the Mercedes car. And he's up into P2 now on the same strategy as Wilson. Oh, but a bit wide. Compromises his exit ever so slightly. This is a fantastic camera angle. I shouldn't cut away from it. Geekin, not going to be quite close enough. There's Carnage, sorry. Down at the hairpin. Lemons is at the back. Who else is at the back? Michelle is going past Fuzzy Fox and 10th Cannon. I don't know what happened to 10th Cannon, but he's going with Hamilton Jarvis. Michelle is now through on Fuzzy Fox. Here comes Fan on Jarvis. He's got through there. Wardy is trying to get through on Akakev. There's absolute carnage at the moment. Positions changing left, right and centre. But it is Wilson who maintains his advantage at the front of the field. A third of the way through this race now. Let's see Hamilton Jarvis. Atom, sorry, going to go past Hamilton Jarvis. Imri can see it unfolding in front of him and want to get sharp. A move on as well, sharpish. Atom's right on the back of the cars in front of him. We'll have to go off board here because this is a massive train behind Fuzzy Fox. 10th Cannon is man number 1. Simon Tempe Fan is man number 2. Is Imri is going to get past Hamilton Jarvis, it seems. Lemons retires in the pit lane. He's had enough. Who's got the DRS between these two as they come out of turn 3? It's 10th Cannon, and he should be able to keep the position. But meanwhile, Atom's got the inside line on Fan as they come towards turn 4. He's got to be careful not to hit the McLaren here. Ooh, and Fan nearly went straight into the back of him. But the Atom does get another position. He's up into P9 now. Meanwhile, Wardy and Fjorn side by side. Oh, contact there. Akakev's going to come through on Wardy, is he? Oh, yes, he is. Is Wardy going to be able to walk it around the outside, though? He's going to take a little bit of a switchback move, though. No, he can't get the run through there. Oh, and Akakev's lost the car. He spun himself around. And that'll be him out of the order. Fan on Fuzzy Fox around the outside. Imri's looking at this as well. Is Imri going to get the move down the inside? That's audacious. If he gets 2, oh no. Oh, and he's crashed. That wheel's come off. And there's a safety car. Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest. There was nothing that C1 Tempe Fan did wrong at all there. Not at all. And we've got another safety car. Now, this is the interesting question. Who will pit? Right then. Lap 14. Who's going to pit then? We've got 14 runners and Wilson will pit. You'd think. I don't see why he'd be trying to dummy anyone. Yes, he is going into the pit lane. Bull Beast will follow him in. So will Geekin. Smith stays out and Smith will take the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. It's a Ferrari 1-2. Atom stays out and he'll re-inherit 3rd place here. Fan will come round and take 4th. And then Wilson will be in 5th position. Oh, no, he won't. He's been held up in the pit lane. Wilson has been held up behind Geekin and Bullbeast now. So Bullbeast is now, well, I mean, I would say net race leader, but you know what I mean. Oh, Smith has gone way, or Smoking Cheese, sorry, has gone way too hot towards the back of the safety car. Right then, you know what Smoking Cheese is doing? He's right at the back of his teammate, harassing him down that straight. Everyone is going to join the pack end and next lap you'd expect. Let's see, Smoking Cheese and Smith are the front two. Oh, Smoking Cheese coming to the pit lane. A very strange decision there for Smoking Cheese. Incredibly strange. I don't know why he would do that. Let's have a look. Lap 16 to 36. There is discussion in the chats going on about oh, I think so. Under the safety car, if you cast your minds back, what, 10, 15 minutes? Seems like Fjorn went into Imri, causing that incident. So, yeah, it's not ideal. Yes, he said he has a lapse in concentration. Because Imri was going very slowly. Well, to be fair, I think it was a byproduct of Wilson going far too slowly. He was far more than 10 car lengths behind that safety car. So then, we're going to go green soon. Atom is behind Smith. Let's see how fast he can get by. This could be important for the race. Here goes Smith, though. He's not gone yet. I was about to say he's gone now, but there he goes. He's left it very late. That's not the greatest restart. Because right on the back of him is Atom. He just, you know, wouldn't taken a long... it's a very short gap between the front two, and Atom might close it very quickly indeed. Here he comes. He's bearing down on the rear wing of that Ferrari. Wilson getting past Geekin as well. Bulby's getting past C110P Fan. But as they go side by side, the front two are going side by side. Atom and Smith. Atom on the inside. He's got the position. Bulby's might have a bit of a run here on Smith, but no, he doesn't. Wilson's got past C110P Fan as well. As they come into turn 3, they all look like they're relatively single file. 10th kind of maybe going for a move on Michelle here, but no, not quite. As Bulbies has gone for the move on Smith. That was a bit of a dive bomb. And he's got it done, though. Wilson might try and go for it on Smith, but he's got to be very careful here. This could end very badly for Wilson, but he's pulled off a great move. The grip on those tyres is immense for him at the moment, and he's already up into P3. He's going to try... Oh, massive moment, though. Well, actually, not that big of a moment, but a little bit of a moment for Wilson. Wilson then on the back of Bulby and Atom. It's the Red Bull powertrain to found himself 1, 2, 3 again. I'm not sure how that's happened, but it has. Approaching half distance here. This race doesn't feel like it's gone that quickly, actually. But Wilson's going to go to the outside on Bulby. Bulby squeezes him onto that curb. Every right to do so. Great racing between these two, but it looks like it's a better exit there for Wilson. They're going to still go side by side. Atom's in a bit of danger here if he's not careful. Here comes Bullbeast to the inside of his teammate for the lead of the Grand Prix, and he takes it. Bullbeast has turned defence into attack, and here comes Wilson on Atom. He's got through on Atom, but Atom's got the inside line. He won't be an easy target through turn 6. Like Smith, there was a little bit of contact on the outside. They're still side by side. Oh, I thought there was going to be a big instant there, but Wilson pulls off an even better move than the last lap. And Atom drops from 1st to 3rd in the blink of an eye. Meanwhile, you could see through the shot. 10th Cannon. He's on the back of Geekin there. Not quite able to make the move, but they're right on the back of Smith. Towards turn 9 and 10. Fjorn, fastest lap as DRS is enabled. We'll go back up to the front, see if that's going to make any bit of an impact on the podium positions. Not towards turn 3, it's not, but better line through turn 3 for Wilson. He's got the DRS on Bullbeast, but he's got none of the top two have ERS. Neither of them do. Atom's sitting on a nice load, but here comes Wilson, inside line on Bullbeast. Got to be careful not to go deep. Oh, Bullbeast tries the up and under. He gets it ever so much, and that's a great move from Bullbeast. He's got the position back. Yeah, great racing between the front two. And for the time being, Bullbeast is ahead of Wilson. We've gone past half distance now. And the front three are still fighting it out. Wilson's got to be careful. He doesn't want to make an incident here. Atom will walk through. Atom, though, he's not hitting the apexes particularly well here. Oh my word, Wilson, I thought he was going to go for the inside move into turn 1. You just don't want to do that at all. We'll have to see if he's going to try it into turn 3. He's got enough pace, that's for sure. Let's see, inside, outside, maybe inside line for turn 3. If he can pull it off. A little bit deep, is it? Nope. And he doesn't really leave any room on the outside, but it was his corner. But here comes Atom on his teammate. Can he try and get the run? No, and neither can Bullbeast on his teammate Wilson. Meanwhile, Michel is going side by side with Fan. He's going to take the inside line. He's going to take P4, is he? Yes, he is. Great move there for Michel. Wilson. 3-second time penalty. That could be massive come the end of the race. 3-second time penalty for our race leader. Akakev as well. But he's down in 13th place. Jarvis and Fuzzy Fox going at it side by side. That looks like a mega battle back there. Let's have a quick look at it. They will have stopped fighting by now. Yes, they have. But look at how close all of these guys are. From 7th right down to 13th. There's nothing splitting them at all. Yeah, we'll stay with Wardy here. In his attempts to get past 10th Cannon. And he does go past 10th Cannon very easily down the straight. Smith is going to be the next man to try and target. Oh, but Wardy, massive snap of oversteer. And Wardy's going to be re-overtaken, is he? No, not quite. I don't know why 10th Cannon turned off his DRS there. Unless he's trying to let Wardy go through. But that looked like a golden opportunity for him to retake the position. But he's denied the opportunity. And it's as it was. Smoking Cheese is going to the end on those hard tyres. So's Geek and Wardy and 10th Cannon. It's just a question whether the front guys are going to the end on their tyres. I don't think Atom is. I don't think Fan is. But it might be possible to get those mediums to the end. Let's see the front guys then. It looks like it's gapped out a little bit here, and Michel's in that train pretty much. I think he's got that DRS flap open. He's in that train. Not quite anymore, but he's right with the front guys. You can see at the back there, Fjorn trying to get past Akikev for the for 13th place. Meanwhile, Jarvis going past Smoking Cheese. They're 2 by 2 through there. A little bit of contact. That's a little bit wide for Jarvis. He's lost out to Fuzzy Fox, but as they come out of turn 3, they all look like they're okay. But into turn 4, Fuzzy Fox inside line on Smoking Cheese, not going to be able to quite pull it off. And Jarvis not around the outside of turn 4. Bulby's fastest lap. Apologies. Fjorn to the inside of Jarvis. And Fjorn takes P12. Smith and Fuzzy Fox both pick up penalties there. As Atom has dropped out of that DRS window. They are being gapped here by the pace of Wilson. Bullbeast is staying with Wilson, however. And that's the most important thing for Wilson, who's trying to win this race. Let's see. Towards turn 3 we go once again at the back here. No moves to be made. Jarvis not able to get through on either one of the McLarens, who both got past him on the last lap. Smoking Cheese He's on the back of his teammate Smith. He's going to try an inside line move into turn 4. He should be able to pull this off. Smith hasn't pitted yet. And yes, he does. Smith could exit, but not quite enough, I don't think. Oh! Nearly pulls alongside his teammate, and there was nearly contact there, but not quite. And Smoky Cheese will now try and set off to 10th Cannon for the 4 points that 8th place has to offer. Wilson, though, crosses the line to start lap 24 of 36. We've got Bull Beast on the back of Wilson still. But Atom really has fallen away from the front too. Gap starting to open up at the back of that train, as in the train at the back as well. 7-8 tenths generally there. Smith's in the pit lane to fit those new medium tyres. See how much time he's lost. As he comes out of turn 3. But Wilson and Bulby still leading 1-2. Then it's still Atom and Michelle 3 and 4. C1 Tempe fan hanging in there, but he's got some older medium tyres on. But there's consistent gaps of a couple of seconds between Fan and Keekin and Wardy and 10th Cannon. Well, let's have a look at the gap to leader. Smith. That's not the gap to leader. Oh, Smith is glitched. Which is a shame and annoying. Fjorn, 3-second time penalty. It's getting close between himself, Smoky Cheese and 10th Cannon. Oh, well, it's nearly got closer there. But 10th Cannon, not a great line through turn 1. Smoky Cheese might be able to capitalise here. Oh my word, Fjorn to the inside. He's going to get both of them here. 10th Cannon is backing out again. 10th Cannon just doesn't want the smoke that Smoking Cheese is providing. And he's backed out on every occasion that someone's going near him. Very conservative driving from him. Michelle's going past Atom. Atom has spun! Atom's right on the outside wall. He's got to get back on the track quickly. Oh, he's going to be behind this train. Oh, disaster for the Austrian in his home race. Has he got any front wing at all? I don't think he does. Oh, no. Atom has blown it away. Let's see, Atom, 5-second bump and is feeding in the pit lane, and he's retired from the session. He's left the session, he's had enough, quite frankly. There's only 13 runners now, meaning most will score points. It'll be interesting to see who still needs to pit before the end. Everyone's tyres, apart from Smith's, are 10 laps old or more. Smith trying to catch up to the guys in front of him, but he's an entire straight behind them. And that straight in question is turn 3 to 4. Let's see then. Bull Beast has got to try and keep within that DRS window. He's been pushing. He's nearly outside of it, but he's still inside of it. Spin from Hamilton Jarvis. That'll help Smith try and find anyone to be his friend come the end of this race. And at 14, 13, 11, 9, 8. Yeah, he's within 10 seconds of someone. He'll be pleased about that. Bull Beast, yeah, still that bubble. He's got to stay within that second. It's critical for him to stay within that second for as long as he can. We're approaching 3/4 distance as when we finish this lap. Red lights flashing on both of the front two, but they look safe from Michelle and Fan and the rest. But I do think that Fan's going to have to pit here. It'd be a mighty impressive effort for him to get those tyres to the end. Spin. Oh, spin from Michelle! Michelle has spun! Through goes Wardy. Oh no, Michel. No wing damage for him though, so he's able to carry on going. But he's into the clutches of ABE Fjorn. As we do have 9 laps remaining in this Austrian Grand Prix. Geekin 3-second time penalty. It looks good for Wardy, who might be able to pick up a P3 here if Fan falls away quite massively. I mean, Fan, though, is 10 seconds off the front too here. Into turn 3, nothing that Fjorn can do on Michel. They've both got DRS. Into turn 4, nothing doing that. Nothing doing at all. But let's just consider for a second. If Fan stays out, I mean, there's a train bubbling up behind him that would include Geekin, Wardy, Michel, Fjorn, Smoking Cheese. So, he may be under a bit of pressure towards the end of this race. 8 to go. Bullbeast is closer than he has been for a while on the back of Wilson. And Fjorn is attacking a defenceless Michel now at the moment. Let's see, inside lines, is he going to be able to make it? Looks like he's got a good enough run, but Michel's going around the outside. Traction is about even, and it's the DRS for the McLaren driver, and he should be through now. Off he goes into the distance. And Fjorn is up into P6, but remember he's got that tyre penalty. That might hold him back a bit. C110P fan penalty. That's not going to help him out. It now means that Bullbeast is the only man in the top 4 without a penalty. But look at the gap that the top 2 have. Obscene. Obscenely large. Fjorn. Oh, Fjorn. Oh, I looked at the chat just to see what was going on, if anyone was talking in there. I was just looking at the chat, and Fjorn has crashed on the exit of turn 1. Oh, yeah, I think he must have got on that outside curb. No safety car. Oh, dear, I was just looking at the chat. Just seeing that Imri was reminiscing on what could have been in that race. But he's out of the race, and there's only 12 runners left now. Bullbeast and Wilson, 6 laps to go for them. And it's looking good for Bullbeast. I'm going to check the warning situation. Ooh. Ooh. Now, that's been 2 for a very long time. I mean, look at that. Lap 1 and lap 2. So he's just got to be careful here. I'll double check Wilson's as well. I don't think Bullbeast will make a move here. No, he won't. Let's have a look at Wilson's. 1, 2, 3, 1. And he's only got the 1 on top. So he's 2 warnings away here. But Bullbeast has got to be very careful. Got to be very measured about what he does from here on in. Wardy's looking good for a podium at the moment. But oh, Bullbeast has made a mistake though. Somewhere, Bullbeast has made a mistake. And he's now found himself 1.2 seconds behind. Geekin is on the back of C110P fan with 5 laps to go. The penalty situation is 3 for both of them. And Michel is coming back towards these 2 as well. So currently Fan would drop back to 5th and Geekin 6th. But that will swap around if the positions change here. Bullbeast has got to try and get back in that DRS to keep within the 3 seconds outside line there for Geeking. Gets a little tap from Fan, who he squeezes to the inside, but he gets the move done. And Fan may now be slightly vulnerable over the next lap or so from his teammate Wardy. He might let his teammate by. Akakev pits for softs. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Wardy has bottled it as long as... Oh, he watched his teammate bottle it, and he bottled it as well. His teammate didn't bottle, he got a puncture. But the Alpines, it's all fallen apart down at Alpine. We've got a safety car. Oh my word, in the space of a corner. It went from 0 to 100 for the Alpine team. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, everyone's coming to the pit lane. Wilson has stayed out. Now, that's very interesting, and I think that that'll be a mistake. But the safety car comes in at the end of the next lap. So the argument here is that he thinks that the safety car will basically stay out long enough, or short enough. Interesting. Fuad, is it, well, I feel bad if I get it wrong now, but the person I've been calling Fuad, says that he's Egyptian. So that makes it at least 3 nationalities. Oh, I know Michelle's Polish, actually. I'm pretty sure that Michelle is Polish. Oh, Wilson does come into the pit lane. So it doesn't matter either way. And he'll come out still in the lead, I think. You can just see in the background in the shot the AlphaTauri coming onto the main straight. But his efforts will be futile. Question is, though, as Hamilton Jarvis picks up a silly 3 second under the safety car, who can catch? I think Hamilton Jarvis may end up doing quite well for himself here. As Wilson... Oh my word, didn't know that the safety car was there. That nearly ended in disqualification. Oh, Aston said it was a screen freeze in the chat. But safety car will be in at the end of this lap. Geekin may be able to catch. I'm not sure about the others, though. They're a long way back. Hamilton Jarvis has got to get a move on. I don't know what Hamilton Jarvis is doing. What is Hamilton Jarvis doing? Whatever it is, it's not helping Michelle here, who's just trying to push him down the track. He wants to catch up to the back of the queue. And I do not blame him for wanting that. I mean, Michelle, he's looking here if he can pull this off at a P2. Here they are, right on the back of the pack, with fresh warm tyre. Smoking Jesus there as well. But when does Wilson decide to go? It's in his best interest to go now. And has he gone yet? No, he hasn't. He's just letting more drivers go in the back of the queue, but he's gone now. 2 laps to go here in Austria. The train is split up here. But Michelle will be looking to get past Hamilton Jarvis at turn 1. Here he goes, inside line. Will surely just brake later than him. Yeah, he will. Hamilton Jarvis has no reply, and I'm sure he'll be overtaken by... Oh, look at that exit. That's disgusting. Smoking Cheese goes through. Could Smoking Cheese find himself on the podium? He was saying that the grid was too fast last week. But he may be able to find himself in the fast 3. Bullbeast. Is he going to try and rope in Wilson? He might just sit there and happily take it on the penalties. Michelle has had a bad exit. Smoking Cheese may try and come through on the pole. Inside line for Smoking Cheese into turn 4. He's going to try it. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Looked like Smoking Cheese turned into Michelle there. I haven't got a clue what's gone on there. It's a completely strange incident there. But it's helped Geekin out massively. And Geekin's looking at P3 now. With 1 lap to go. As they come out of this final corner, it'll be 10 corners on the racetrack. And Wilson picks up a second time penalty. And I'm sure that will be that. Bullbeast isn't going to pick up 4 warnings on this final lap, is he? And he's not going to drop 2 seconds, you would think. But as they come up to turn 3, anything is possible. Top of the hill. The trike, you wouldn't believe there was a safety car that came in a lap ago, looking at the mini-map there. But you can trust me, it did. But weird incidents involving Smoking Cheese and Michelle there. It just looked like that Smoking Cheese was going for the inside line and then tried to walk back towards the racing line, but Michelle was there. But I may be wrong in that. But either way, as Wardy's disconnected, that's the 4th time, and that'll probably that will be the last because he won't get back in by the time the race finishes. Wilson has led this race pretty much the whole way, but his inability to keep it on track is going to cost him. He wins it on the track, but it's Bullbeast who wins in Austria, takes his first win of the season, and because of that second time penalty, Geekin beats Wilson. It's going to be 4th for Smoking Cheese, 5th for 10th Cannon, and 6th for Hamilton Jarvis, but he might be bumped down by Michelle. No, he won't. Michelle finishes 7th, Fuzzy Fox 8th, Wardy will come home 9th with Akakev in 10th, and Smith missing out after a heap of penalties in 11th. And then the final runner, he was our championship leader. He is no more. C110P fan. But what an ending to the race that was. I didn't really see. Yeah, Michelle's saying, what were you doing to Smoking Cheese? I'm sure Smoking Cheese is probably saying the same thing. But here are your race results when the loading screen loads what I'm looking for. There we go. Bullbeast wins in Austria. Geek in 2nd and Wilson in 3rd. Smoking Cheese 4th. 10th Cannon and Jarvis 5th and 6th. The Alfa Romeo team. They picked up loads of points from where they were. Michelle in 7th after the incident at the end there with Smoking Cheese. Fuzzy Fox 8th. Wardy 9th. And Akakev in 10th. Smith 11th. And C1 Tempe Fan in 12th. And then your DNF. Fjorn, Atom, Imri, Fuad, Lemons and Costas. But we'll get you back onto that intro screen and I'll invite the top 3 to the party. Pass that for Wilson though, so he'll pick up 16 points from this. Wilson's joined, lovely. Got to get the other 2 in. Got to get Geekin in. 17th to 2nd. Oh, Bill Beezer says he doesn't have a microphone. Try and get Geekin in. Let's see. Oh, Geekin's joined. Lovely stuff. So we will just we'll just go with you 2 then, because of course Bilby doesn't have a microphone. We'll start with you, Wilson. I mean, in the end, it's only P3, but you know, is there anything to be said for that? Granted, the penalties cost you in the end, but you were not on track and you controlled the race. So I'm guessing you're disappointed with that.
Very disappointed.
Yeah, you had the win there for you.
Very disappointed.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That last safety car just ruined me.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it was caused by both the Alpines, because having a mare, a puncture for Fan, and then Wardy spun himself into the wall in surprise. So, I mean, crazy.
Yeah, I mean, after the second safety car, when I made all the moves to get right up towards Bullbeast, they were, you know, I knew I was going to try and win the race, but that last safety car and that 6-second pen just ruined me.
Yeah, it didn't it? But yeah, I mean, well done in the end, P3. I think you take the championship lead. Over Fan, because he didn't score. Yes, you will. So you'll take you'll go on to 55 points, and you'll be leading by a decent way. I mean, although Bulby's won, he'll only be on 46, so you'll lead by 9, which isn't bad at all, really.
So,
in the grand scheme of
no,
things,
it's not bad
yeah.
at all. No, just a one bad race out of the many good ones to hopefully come.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, well done again on that P3. And then we'll come to Geekin, who I didn't expect to be talking to this evening. I mean, from 17th to 2nd. I mean, what a drive, mate.
Thank you very much. It was a very entertaining race, and it was quite difficult as well, because near the start of the race, obviously your Swami spin, but what you didn't know is it was a 360 spin.
Ah, right, a full pirouette.
Yeah, it was a full
Yeah,
pirouette,
yeah.
and I almost squashed it. Jesus.
Oh, well, I mean, that safety car at the end helped you, and then the coming together of Michelle and Smoke and Cheese, because it was like Moses parting the sea, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought I was screwed once I got the penalty. I thought that was it for the podium. I thought I could only get like 5th or 4th or something.
No, but then it opened up for you, and you were lucky enough to take home 2nd. Yeah, I mean, great result. I mean, that's your best result in TORL, unless I've completely missed something.
In the first race, I think I got 4th or 5th. In the last race, I got taken out in the first corner. So
yeah. So well done. I mean, congratulations on the podium.
thank you very much.
And that'll be that then. Well done to Bullbeast as well, who of course won the race. But he doesn't have a microphone, so he wasn't able to join the party. Reminder that Baku will be next week, and that always serves up an interesting race. So make sure you're here on the TORL channel, 7 PM on Thursday for that one. But between now and then, I hope you all have a lovely week, and we'll see you when TORL returns.